Okay, guys, I'm almost I'm almost ready. Sorry about that. Spilled some water on myself. Trying to stay healthy. So just guzzling soda like I normally do. End up spilling it on myself. So I got a new water bottle. No need for any of those hydrate redeems like Twitch has. But yeah, you know, nice one, yeah. Spilled it on myself like I'm a dribbling moron, you know what I mean? So I'm gonna basically continue the same thing that I did yesterday, where I'm pretty much just playing Pearly the climb ladder. Because honestly, Pearly is one of the few fun decks of the format to me. It doesn't really play badly into anything, and honestly, it's just funner. It's more fun to me than sitting here comboing for 20 minutes on like Snake Eye or something. So. Yeah, every once in a while, you know. So we'll start with normal summon Pearly and we'll use the effect. If he has like Imperm Veiler, this could be bad. Ash Blossom doesn't really do too much here. No, that's okay. So what I'm thinking I will do here is I'm going to use the Thrust. I'm not going to use the Thrust. Actually, because he has no monsters, I can't add it to my hand, right? I always forget about that with this card. So I guess we just, well, he Ash, so it's okay. We just do this. We'll discard the Thrust and summon Pearly. Or we could just, actually, we might just discard the Pearly because honestly, keeping the extra one in the hand isn't that big of a deal. And then hopefully we mill a memory off this. And we did. We landed a memory. Oh, that's perfect, actually. Yeah, the My Friend Pearly is perfect here. So we'll use this, and we'll pay the 500 to search. And we will go for Delicious or Sleepy here. Sleepy Memory is the better one in theory because you get to draw more cards. But Delicious also adds a layer of protection, so it can also be pretty good. So as much as I do like the lo-fi tunes, honestly, this is one of the few songs I wish that I could actually play, because Green Day, one of my favorite bands of all time, so absolutely love it. So this isn't too bad. This is actually pretty good, actually, because we have Thrust. Even though this destroys the Pearly, or the Pearly, this will actually benefit us in the long run because this allows us to search for talents and do stuff. This allows us to, and because we got the Delicious Memory, we actually just benefit from this completely. So we'll do this first. And I think we'll go straight for actually talents. No, we will not set it. I could go for the draw 2 here. The draw 2 would not be bad, or I could hand rip and see what he's playing. I feel like the draw 2 is more beneficial to me. Because I want more memories to put on to Pearly. Specifically, oh, and I would like the field spell if possible. And the field spell is what we got, so that's absolutely like perfect for what we need here. And we'll reveal the Delicious Memory because, you know, it's just the better one. And this is why it didn't really matter at the end of the day, because Plump allows us to equip 2 spell or traps from the graveyard to it. So we can put the sleeping memory from the graveyard onto it, and we'll just put the thrust on as an extra material. And that way we're already at 4 material for plump. This will be number 5. And then we can summon the Noir, and then the Noir can get beefed up. But also not just that. I was gonna say we could also set the Dark Ruler and suck up one of his cards, so we could go for like an 8 material Noir on turn 1, which would have which would have been perfectly fine because we would have also drawn 2 cards. Absolutely, absolute pearly gameplay. Now we're going second here. We do play a lot of go second cards, so hopefully we'll see it, or we'll see some of the hand traps. That would be nice to see too. So we did see some hand traps, but there is a D shifter. So I will chain Maxi to it. Because shifter is annoying, which also means this could possibly be a cashier player. This is just not good in general, I think. So we'll set 1 and we'll pass. Setting the 1 is just so we might not get OTK'd. From cashier if they're playing it. That's perfectly okay. I don't care about that. That doesn't matter to me at all. That's perfect then. What we'll do here is we'll activate this to see if he has Ash Blossom. Okay. Now I could have saved it because I have the talents in my hand, but honestly, with the way my hand looks, I wanted to have some sort of advantage during the end phase. And not give him the opportunity to respond with other stuff. So it's basically that. So overall, this is kind of bad. It's not looking too good, fellas. But we know he's playing a control deck here with shifter and this stuff, and he's passing a lot. So whatever he's playing is obviously not very aggressive here. This is just unfortunate. I don't know what Master Tool's doing to me. This is some of the most unfortunate gameplay that I've had in a very long time. Oh my goodness. You know what? Yeah, we're just gonna start punching him in the head. I'm expecting like an Inspector Border normal summon at some point. Rhoda, well, I will hit you with the Ash Blossom, my friend. So that is basically where we are at with this. 500 damage beatdown. Yeah. So. Oh yeah, absolutely. And I drew 2 pearly. I drew 2 of the field spell in a row, and then I drew Dark Ruler. So, it is. So it's very nice, I guess. And I'm drawing the Nibiru. So I guess I will set one of the Ash, and I will just keep going with the 500 Dome. Well, I mean, I should be seeing a memory at some point, right, guys? Like, okay, I found a red reboot. I will tribute summon Nibiru. Words I've never thought I'd ever say. This is certainly a game of all time. And it's Kashtira? Brother. I actually don't mind him adding this to his hand. Like, I don't really... Like, what is going on? That I will say no to. Thankfully, I kept one of my Ash Blossoms. So, what does he... I mean, he looks at my top 5 cards, right? Does that let him sort my cards? My next... Oh my goodness, dude. And then he returns the rest in the same order. He got rid of the field spell? Interesting. The trap, use the effect. Does this summon from the graveyard? One from your banish or in your hand. He has one in his... Oh, because he's got Fissure on the board, it banishes it. Right, that's fine. I mean, if he has another Theosis, I probably lose here. That's interesting. Oh, he's just gonna go in the Barone, isn't he? Yeah, that guy. That's one of the... That was genuinely one of the most unfortunate duels I've ever seen. I have to save that replay because it's just actually ridiculous. So I'm actually just gonna play this replay because it's genuinely one of the most like concerning things to me when things like that happen, because it just means the randomizer in the game is just so bad. So my hand was 3 hand traps, which was nice, and then 1 memory. I made the misplay of activating the memory on his turn during that time, but it shouldn't have mattered. So he sets a card. I draw Ash Return, I think here. Yeah. So here's my 3 Ash. I set the memory. He activates Fissure and passes. And then in his end phase, I activate this. This is the part that's bad. If I had done that on my turn, the talents would have been live. But even then, my next 2 draws were absolutely terrible. So even if I did do that on my turn, my next draw was another of the field spell, and then I think it was Red Reboot, or no, it was a Max C after this, right? Yeah, so like he would have been 500 life points deader, I guess. Like it just it's one of those things that just like what could I have done differently in order to make this game better? Like there was no skill implemented in that game. Yeah, it's one of those things I just kind of despise about Master Duel. It's one of the things I despise about some like most simulators. Like the idea is that like, oh well, like randomly you just get bad hands sometimes, and it's like, yeah, I mean that's the game, but like there's bad hands that are playable if you're going first or second, but there's bad hands that are not playable no matter what you do. And then there's like that where like the order of my deck just wasn't shuffled. It's a weird, interesting dynamic. I'll start with normal summon Pirelli here, I think. Because if he has Ash and he does it to this, then that's how we know he's not very good. And then, I mean, then we have stuff like this, where if he had Imperm, he should have used it. Now, even if he Ash Blossoms this, it won't matter. We will not be chaining, and we will be doing bop bop bop. Nice. We will use this effect, and if he has a response, nope. Go. And we will activate Happy Memory. And this way, if he has Ash, he'll probably chain to something like this, because he knows I picked up Sleeping Memory. But we can more intensively force the Ash with Pearly Lee, which is what we will be summoning next. So we will set a card. We'll set Leap. We will then be protecting this from destruction. And we will discard the My Friend for Pearly Lee. And we want Pearly Lee because we want to grab the field spell here. And Imperm. Imperm is not too bad for us. I'm going to skip those two songs. I'm not too big of a fan. Imperm's fine. That's like actually just okay. It's overall like if anything, that's what we would have like wanted out of like where the Imperms could be from. Now the eternal debate is whether to save this memory and then go for the Pearly or for the Pearly and try to get the field spell. But I think that we just play safer. We activate this, chain Noir, and we just go for the one draw Noir on his turn, or 2 draw Noir instead of the 3 draw. Sorry. And then we will protect this card. Okay. And then when most people know that you're going to get to an unaffected Noir, some scoop, some don't if they know that they can play through it. Some, because there's a lot of decks that could play through it, but like if you don't have an answer in your deck, then just sitting there the whole time is a waste of both of our times technically. Though I have had people do that just basically waste the time for whatever reason. What is this? What is this level of stuff with my hand? Like, what the heck? That's like so frustrating. Like like I play 41 cards. It doesn't realistically make sense for me to have that level of a problem with it. And all my good cards mill. Let's see if he had 2 called by in hand. He did not have 2 called by though. I don't know why he discarded it. Because he discarded a call by. That's interesting. Let's see our top deck. Is Pearly. That's interesting. I'll activate the field spell. We'll see what he does. So he could activate Freezing Curses here. Because this is a normal summoned Pearly, but... Well, I mean, I got that, so that's interesting. So I guess we just try to do this. Does he have Freezing Curses? He has Max C. That's fine, actually. Max C's good. So he'll draw one card, which is fine. And then he's going to use Gamma here. So he top decked the Gamma. Interesting. So he's going to draw another card here, which is unfortunate. But even if it's like a Freezing Curses, he can't use it. And he drew Ash Blossom? That's just wild to me. So here's my dilemma, chat. If I use Purlily, he'll draw one more card, right? But if I don't use Purlily, then even if he gets rid of this next turn, then I just lose it. Like I lose more value. So if I think him drawing the one extra card is less of a problem than me not having an out to his board. If that makes sense. Like, this could also just net him a bunch of cards because of stuff. Yeah, like that. But, like, that was going to be his top deck for turn anyway, right? And, like, I wasn't going to have Ash Blossom or anything. Speaking of Ash Blossom, that was my next card. Great. Would have been nice. Well, that's unfortunate. But, I mean, what can you do, really? Like, he had Gamma. He drew, like, his top decks were literally every single one card he needed, which there was just no playing around. But, I mean, that's just what happens with some Runic players. They get that lucky. And, I mean, when you know, your opponent draws 3 of the field spell, it doesn't really do anything as a starter card. And Dark Ruler against this deck. So... we'll see what happens. I don't know what kind of Runic he's playing. But losing 2 pretty memories kind of sucks. So it's Runic Sprite. Okay, cool, I guess. So this game is probably another loss. But he does not have a battle phase. And this will be interesting. Because we do have Dark Ruler and Duster. So we can, if he locks up his EMZ, we can technically just Duster his board, getting rid of this semi quickly. So I mean, but we already know he's probably got like 3 Runic spells in hand. So, like, Ash doesn't ultimately affect me as bad, but that's a weird implementation of this card. Yeah, I think the issue is he'll just have too much advantage. Like, with it on his next turn, there wasn't much I could really do. Like when you get that's multiple games now. Like I think almost in a row. Is that in a row? Actually, no. That's multiple games though, where I've drawn 3 of the same card on my opening turn. Like actually, like I don't know what's up with the randomizer today, but it is just not working well apparently. So we'll see. If I draw 3 of the same card again, I might actually just call it early though today because I did plan on going for about 2 hours, but drawing 3 of the same card 3 times is just it's just not really a thing. This is another hand where I draw 2 of the same card twice. So I don't know what's going on with the randomizer today. It is just not functioning properly, I guess. Somebody over at Konami is just playing a joke, I guess, like usual. Though, I mean, it's Konami. Konami is basically all just jokes at this point, let's be real. Though I am playing their game. There's a lot of problems with Konami. Konami ultimately, at the end of the day, wants their game to fail, and that's kind of the issue with a lot of this stuff. There isn't really anything that we can do to fix the game when the designers of the game and the people behind the game hate their Western audience to the point where like they neuter the game entirely. We no like prizing bad, implementation of everything is bad. All over stuff is bad with this game. It sucks. Because like we all want the game to succeed. But how do we have a game? How do we make a game succeed where the people who own the game don't want the game to succeed? It's rough. It's hard. Consistency with 3 of us is absolutely fine. That's not the problem. Like the whole thing is that you want to see them. Seeing 2 of the same card, that's okay. Like that. Like you could see right now, I'm making it work, right? It's when you see 3 of the same card and it's happened, and the odds of you seeing all 3 of the card are very slim, by the way. Especially in 41 cards. It's entirely it's next to almost impossible for a lot of people. Um, to have that happen twice in the same day, like to have that happen twice within 3 matches is wild to me. And then each match in between, I drew 2 cards, or drew 2 of cards twice. So, like, I drew 2 of one card and 2 of another card, twice in the same game, or in the same, and like the opposite games in between. So it's one of those things that just doesn't really make sense. Like statistically, unless it was just something that was like wrong. But I mean, overall, it's not like a problem. Like you absolutely need to see the field spell in the deck, like for some stuff. Like some hands just aren't playable without seeing the field spell, and then some games just aren't winnable if you don't see it. So like it makes sense that you would want to, but overall, it's just yeah. No, and for context, Ancient Warrior, I assume you weren't here earlier. We had a few games already today that were kind of like that, right? So this was the game. Was this game was just wild. So I don't know if you were here for this. So we draw we draw all 3 Ash Blossoms, and then we draw 2 Maxis. We draw 2 of the 3 field spells. So like we have like a decent going second hand here, right? He has Shifter, we drop Maxi. which is like, oh, that's great overall, right? But this is our only starter card. We draw the third Ash, and then it just keeps going downhill from here, right? Like, I'm not gonna activate this on their shifter. He plays Divisor, it passes. I draw, like, I tried this. He Ash Blossoms. Again, my mistake. I should have done it during my turn, but oh yeah, no, I mean it's not just that it costs me matches. It's like this. It's like I don't care. Like losing happens, right? It's part of the game. It's when you it's that when the game when you have the game the whole point of the game being like on ladder skill is supposed to be skill based, right? Where is the skill in this? Mind you, this is a Castura player, so he's getting much of the same problem most likely that I'm getting here, right? So like his one starter card, I also have the Ash Blossom for, right? But then here's the Dark Ruler. And like here's the thing, outside of that pretty memory, I don't see another memory up until he uses he gets to Ogre and he looks at the top 5 cards. It is the last card of the 5 cards that happens. So it's that was annoying. Sorry, the sound. But yeah, it's wild. Like the issue isn't that it happened. The issue is that it happens so often, like so quickly in that time frame. Because normally it doesn't happen that often, and it shouldn't happen that often. Like theoretically, it just means that like the odds were really screwed up. But like, but I'm mostly just complaining about getting odds that were crazy rather. For like honestly. And then I'm jokingly blaming Konami about it. Trust me, Konami has a lot more to answer for than that. Like I made an entire like almost 3-hour video going over all the issues that go on with Konami. No, that was rather unfortunate. The Ash on this, but see, this happens, right? Like this is a thing that happens. I get this. This is fine. Like he had the Ash, which he plays 3 of, absolutely understandable, and then I just didn't see a memory, which is weird and shouldn't happen, but understandable. What is this? That's interesting. He's playing 60. The 60 card decks too. I'm not always a fan of. I kind of hate that. A lot of 60 card decks for some reason always have the out the stuff. Tier is one of those decks that I will always like infinitely complain about having the answers, because they will play the most amount of cards like 60 to play grass and like light sword and stuff, and then they will also in the same time always have the out to everything that you do. That's just sad. Uh, yeah. We're just having an issue where we're not seeing starter cards in any of our hands today, which is I think again a thing that happens every once in a while, but it shouldn't happen this often. Today's just not feeling good, like a good day. Maybe it'd be time to switch up decks, but I don't know. A lot of the other decks that like I have access to, I don't really have a lot of fun playing them. Like I have fun with Sprite, but Sprite also has the problem of taking the Maxi challenge, so Sorry, hit the mic there. He sent Albaz with Albion instead of Retribution. Okay, yeah, he's got it. This is yeah, this is not looking like a good day for ladder, I guess, right? Somehow losing the branded in 2024. 60 card branded actually. Wild. Hmm. Why is this still here? That's weird. Is this legal? Huh. This is playable. I don't know how well this one would do. Was very popular. Jowgen branded? I guess. Well, oh yeah, they don't have gimmick puppet. Do they have gimmick puppet in this? Is there a way for me to just jump to the forbidden list? Because, well, I mean, if you have Ito, isn't Ito better than Jowgen? Or isn't just giving them gimmick puppet better? Or no, Ito's banned. What? Oh, and so is gimmick puppet. Okay, there they are. They're both here. So I guess that would be why. That's why Jowgen's played. Understandable. I didn't even realize that Toad was banned, honestly. I was always expecting Tier to start summoning Toad against me, and I always think they will. I always forget it's banned. This isn't enough, man. Merly and Keldo in this being banned is not enough. This isn't like Tier just needs, like, Kit just needs to get hit. Smack her upside the head. Like we're getting there with like banning specific cards. What is this? Isn't this not the problem? Why is this banned? Okay, it loses 1,000 defense. Cannot be destroyed by battle. That's an... I don't know. Actually, I don't know why that's banned. Like, wouldn't Soul Piercer be the thing that you want to hit because it's the one that lets you search basically like 6 times? Or Motorbike because it's the, or not Motorbike, or the Pendulum dude because he's the combo starter. I hate this. I hate this. Well, having this at 1 is fine, I think. Kit at 1 is not okay. I didn't know Swap Fork was on one. So like I don't the forbidden list for Master Duel. I don't know. I don't like know perfectly, because I know some cards, like certain cards at 2, certain cards at 3. Because I know the cards around Runic, Sprite, Tier, because I hate Tier. And I know like the ones that got hit that I actually cared about getting hit, like like Snake Eyes and stuff like that. And I know the Pearly ones because I've been playing Pearly. I also know like the Ignister ones that got hit. Like I know we have Circular here. I could go back to playing Ignister, but it's another deck that just loses to Max C. Because Max C, Nib, Ash like gets hit by every hand trap. Like it's why it's why I was playing Pearly, because it doesn't get hit by every hand trap. I think I'll stick with Pearly. I'll go another game. If I don't, if this game goes as poorly as the other ones, I might call it a day early. I might call it a day early. Just because like I've been going for just shy of an hour at this point, and usually I try to go for like over double this time, but I think going into like games with just hands like that is crazy. I'm not playing against anybody in particular. I'm playing on ladder. Xavier. So I guess technically I'm just playing against myself at this point, because I'm swinging, and the game doesn't like me. So Ghost Ogre is wild tier. I will actually chain this. This is the first time in a while I've seen Ghost Ogre on ladder. Am I up for a game? I at the moment I don't think I'm playing viewers, but I might in the future. I don't really have a good setup for that level of stuff yet. Though probably one day I'd be down, yeah. We'll see. I'm running Runic. Okay, well, I don't think I will hit you up now at that point. Though, like on Master Duel, it's not anywhere near as bad, but you got me messed up. Duel me, duel it. So in this scenario, we're gonna set we're gonna set Pearly from deck. Because we ended up adding the one from Pearly. We're going to discard the one in our hand, and we're just gonna summon another Pearly and hopefully hit another memory. And we just pray that we hit memories, and we got unlucky, which happens. That's fine. I lost a Super Poly the other day from a tier player of all things. So I don't think I will be activating that effect, or summoning Link Karibo. So even though normally here I summon Link Karibo to have the battle protection, but So here we'll be drawing 4 cards in total. So the first two were 2 happy memories in a row, which is just again the Master Duel stuff for today is just weird. You know, just unlucky levels of duel simulator stuff here. Now normally I debate whether I should ash this or not. I don't think I will here. So with the memories that we have equipped, Nora will be unaffected by card effects. We have 2 bounces in theory. The more we let them waste turns on stuff, the better. Essentially. So they're gonna have a Magnemite. They're gonna have to target their own stuff with Magnemite, and this is pretty integral to why we're doing it this way. So Centurion is one of those decks that is not a problem for Pearly, but our way to beat them is to outgrind them with Noir and stuff, because we can put cards on board that completely outscale theirs. So we'll do this. We're gonna put their field spell back. Essentially, hopefully stop gapping them, because we know one of the cards in their hand is specifically is Magnemite. So, and we are more than okay with letting the Magnemite resolve. And then because of that, stand up Centurion doesn't resolve. He's going to use the effect of Magnemite here, and that's okay. He'll probably add Druid Swarm during the end phase or Gargoyle, which is not a particularly bad thing for us. And then he'll probably get... he'll probably put Branded Regained on board, which is okay. Him putting Branded Regained on board doesn't really do anything for us as like a stopgap. It doesn't really help him in general too much for what we have here. Emblem of Oath is kind of crazy. Or Emblem of Oath can be crazy, right? I don't think it is crazy in this scenario, because we have stuff like this. Called by on the Biru. I don't know why he did that. Oh, is he going for this? That's actually kind of crazy that he's doing that. But I think here I'll ash that, right? Like that's okay. And then we just do this and put... We just do this. Right? Like this wins us the game, I'm pretty sure. And then we kept Pretty Memory equipped here, so we can suck up Regain on the next turn. So we should be fine. And then he's going to battle phase attack over this, and that's fine. So during the end phase, he'll probably add Druid Swarm, and then he'll probably activate the effect of Druid Swarm in hand to target one of the Pearly monsters in the graveyard. And then I'll use the trap to put them back, stunting it and keeping it in hand, and then yeah, and then we'll suck up this with the Noir. We'll battle phase, and we'll see what happens from there. So most likely we're about to see Druid Swarm added. Yep. Pretty simple. And I just was fixing the cord on my keyboard and I hit escape, so I just did not put another material on Noir for whatever reason. That was not intentional at all. My bad. So we will set Lightning Storm, and we will activate the effect of Noir. And we suck up the regained. Yes. Yep. He'll do that, and he will most likely target my Pearlian Graveyard, and then we chain this. And we target both Pearlies. Look at that. Centurion is a deck that I don't have a problem with. Centurion is one of those decks that because I'm playing Pearly, I don't tend to ever have issues with. Thankfully. Thankfully. I actually do I do that actually? So I could go into a Pearly Lee search, make that I could get into Delicious Memory that way. I think I do that actually. So we know the card in his hand is dead. So what this does is we'll add this to our hand. So what we're doing here is we're sculpting the kind of Pearly that we want to summon. Or the kind of Noir that we're gonna summon. So we search Delicious off that. We get to add a Sleepy and a Happy back from the graveyard. And then we also get to summon a Pearly from deck. And in doing so, we get to deck thin a little bit here. Or not deck thin, but we get to go through and try to deck thin essentially. Because we also know that we don't have to worry about anything like Nib in his hand, right? So what this essentially will do is it'll allow us to look for a bunch of different memories. Some, obviously we'll whiff sometimes. We already searched for a bunch of memories, but so what we do here is we will show the Delicious memory. And I will actually activate the effect of this. To put we'll put this back into the deck. Because now what we can do with this is we can suck up this memory and sleep out. And I was supposed to suck up Sleepy memory too, but it's fine. We'll still be okay here. That was my mistake. Making a lot of those misplays already, but that's okay. No, we don't want to do that. We could, but we don't really care. Oh, yeah, we'll protect this card. And then we will try to get something like this. Like just one more memory. We want the sleepy memory, but we'll probably get a pretty. Yeah, and that's okay. Now we have an 8 matte noir. Pretty solid, pretty standard for what we want, and we'll summon a Link Karibo over here. And I'll even set this memory actually, because I think it'll be better if we set that. There we go. Now this could have been a 3-draw noir with 10 material, but I messed up myself. You know, it happens once in a while, right? So you never want it to happen, but red reboot is nice too, just because like it kind of helps stop evenly matched. Evenly matched isn't a problem per se, but evenly matched mixed with the right cards can be a way to out your stuff. But like realistically, into what we're having now is not a problem. He's gonna do this again, and again, we're just going to tell him no. If he banishes the happiness next turn, it'll be fine. So this is him most likely about to summon Typhon. So I mean, honestly, we just do this. And we'll give him back that bestial guy. Yep, and that's game. Centurion is usually like one of the easier decks for Prilly to have a good matchup for. So this hand is interesting. Depending on the deck that he's playing, this could be very good, very bad. Seems like this might be good. He might be Labyrinth, and if he's Labyrinth, then the red reboot is entirely welcome. So we'll do Lightning Storm here, and we'll call back row, of course. Only thing we can call. Max C is perfectly fine. Hey, what's up? What's up, Max? How you doing? That is certainly a hand that he had there. Realistically, we don't have to play into anything. OTKing us through 2 cards is not necessarily a thing that they can do, or that most decks can do. But at the end of the day, we also just don't really mind. Because we can set up a way to not play in the maxi too much. Especially with the hand that we have here. So we'll summon. We'll go. We'll probably actually just go for Noir here. like we normally do. Because even then we only normal summon about a few times, or we only special summon a few times. But like realistically, what we just honestly do, I think here is we set 2 and pass. This will protect us from some damage, and then obviously being able to special summon the Prillies can block even more. So yeah, it'll be pretty easy, I think. Like we'll definitely survive. So, and I don't think we're gonna have any kind of negative, like super negative consequence here. Especially because it's Ubel. Ubel is just really easy to play into. And the fact that he has Nightmare Pain and had a card in hand for it, that's kind of crazy. Though to be fair, going for the Noir and like going for like the attacking and stuff would have triggered a lot of issues, I think. So he could go into. Then you can destroy one Ubel or one monster. That. So I think what we do here is we do this. And hear me out, because what the idea is that we go protect on this, because he doesn't have Phantom of Ubel yet. We can discard Red Reboot, and we can summon this, which means that we'll probably only take about 100 damage this turn. And then his Ubel is protected, so he doesn't get the summon off of Ubel. And we get a Pretty Memory for next turn, which is absolutely the one we're going to take. We don't need the other 2 right now. Pretty Memory allows us to start stealing his cards. Mostly Nightmare Pain, because it's one of the things that lets him still OTK us even on his turn, if we get to a big Pearly Noir. So this is like the thing that we pretty much need to do. So the thing is, they can still get to like some decent damage. Like with the Unchained cards, but I think even with double Nightmare Pain, I think we'll be okay. That'll destroy that. We can't protect that because we don't have another Happy Memory, which is okay. He'll summon a Ubel from deck. But he didn't shuffle the Ubel and Graveyard into deck. So he can summon the one from the Graveyard. Okay. I feel like that's neg though, isn't it? So maybe a misplay? Possibly. We'll see. Having the red reboot definitely helps. He might just make Appaloosa here. Gigantic Sprite? That's odd to me. Oh, he's going for the stupid Ibly lock, right? I don't think he will get to out them, but we'll see. We will not activate that effect. So that's the thing, he can't kill me through Ibli this turn. Even if he revives that, he can kill the two Pearlies. So there's an argument for playing certain cards in the deck because of that, but um hmm. So this is interesting because this becomes a little harder for the for everything. Um because we have to out Nightmare Pain without taking too much damage. We got the memory. That's kind of bad. Um, I guess we can summon this. If he attempts to do the trap, or the Ash, I can red reboot this. It feels kind of bad doing that, but at the end of the day, like, I kind of have to. I can force this Phantom of Ubel to trigger here. Is this still doable? It could be. The Phantom Nightmare forces me to attack the Ubel, right? That's fine. I don't have a thing on board to burn the banish other than this. It'd be smarter for him to hit one of the Pearlies in graveyard or Pearlies in graveyard. Well, you control you belt monster. Your opponent's monsters must attack you belt monsters. Okay, yeah. So we could, I could be taking a good. Do I lose actually at that point? I think I would. Emitting sleepy memory is interesting there. Um. Well, he has the SP, right? Is this neither player can target it? Your opponent can't target it. So I don't know. I definitely lose this game entirely. That sucks. He was able to actually play from one card. I was hoping he wouldn't be able to. I will play. I'll play one more game and then I think I'll get off for the day. The amount of losses it just feels really bad and like it just doesn't ultimately feel like the game is in a good. The game is in a good mood today. At least how it feels to me. With the hands that I've been getting and just the straight up luck that I've been getting has just been really bad. Drawing three field spells or two or three field spells multiple times. Ash Blossom multiple times. Two of the same card. Like Pearly Sleepy Memory, we want to see multiples of it. Not in a hand where we don't have starter cards though. And it's against Ubel again, which is just Ubel is another one of those decks that's just okay, 20 like I just have to go AFK for 20 minutes to wait for the turn to end. It was the same issue with Snake Eyes. That's what I hated about the deck. There was no interaction unless you have an insane amount of hand traps. There's no interaction. It's just really boring. So I guess we're just gonna be listening to the tunes here. Which I mean, I love Mori. I love Mori Calliope's music, right? Like it's great, but hearing it to this just feels really bad. Um, so I guess I'll talk about some Yu-Gi-Oh news while this guy is just self-touching the entire time. Um, we had I think it was Oceania again and some of the European stuff doubled down on the limiting of what stuff you can bring to the games now. Field centers are more frowned upon now. Like or more strict rules. They're doubling down on the playmat and the sleeve stuff, which I don't know. Between you and me, like being able to have custom playmats and things like that is part of the allure of being able to play the game, being able to have customizable stuff, or just like merch from outside of Konami. It's just Konami basically saying you're not allowed to use anything but our stuff, and personally, I find that really rude and ridiculous. So. They did specifically say spellgrounds were allowed, which I think is really weird though. Like in their announcement, like specifically spellgrounds are okay, but everything else no. So, on top of like I don't know how many of you guys have seen the Megatons, today, or like recently rather. Um, Not so much like new cards released or anything like that. Like obviously we're long past that. Like it was more of like the Megatons have been in such a poor state. We absolutely need like a lot of reprints in the game, and reprints are very necessary to the game. But the Megatons just didn't do it. I'm getting really tired of we keep doing stuff like this Bonanza set and the tens that just aren't what anybody really wants. Did I not get hit with Ibly again? Thank God. And I draw a nib for turn. Are you okay? Well, I'm a joke, I guess. So I guess I'm a joke. That's true. All right. Well, he's got the Ash Blossom. He's also got this on board. So he is just better, I guess. I guess we'll do this and we'll see where this takes us. He only gets one of these per turn, sure, but it's still frankly very annoying. And then he has this. He has this, and he has Yama. That's so annoying. Sure, buddy. Yeah. Today is just not a very good day for Yu-Gi-Oh, I think. So. Activate Yama effect, summon in the back from the graveyard. We know. Come on. Today. Bell players are always really slow to do anything, and I don't understand why. Yeah, we get it. You're gonna add from the graveyard, add your stupid Spirit of Bell back. We know. God's sakes. Like, you just sat here basically masturbating for fucking 5 minutes just to fucking do absolutely nothing useful. And he has Maxi, dude. Nah, that's Do I just quit the game now? Honestly, I think I do, but we'll see. Is it still playable? Yes. Do I want to play this still? No. Do this. We already know you're gonna do Phantom of the U-Bell. Let's go. Skill difference. Skill, brother. This is skill. You Bell players are skilled at the game. They have a high level of mechanical knowledge and they understand the ins and outs of their deck. There's so many ways that this guy should be punished for what he's doing. It's next level. Yeah, the luck today is just too wild, I think. We're probably not going to get anywhere with this game with these games, honestly. Okay. Yeah, guys. Okay, I think I'm done. Thank you guys so much for watching. You know, it's been a blast. Today has been an absolute, for lack of a better term, an absolute shit show. When it comes to this game, Master Duel. I don't know what's up today, but something needs to get fixed. So not even just in general, like losing is fine. I'm okay with losing. Losing the way that I lost is just not cool. So this game I ended up just drawing for the same card, like I ended up just drawing three Ash Blossoms, two of the Field Spell Tactics, two Maxis, Nibiru, and the next two cards were Dark Ruler, and I literally, and then even when he gets to use Cashier Ogre and look at the top five cards in my deck at like turn 17, I don't see I don't see a single memory outside of Happy Memory, which got Ash Blossomed, uh, until like 17 cards into my deck. So absolutely wild. I win this game because I open up uh, two of two different types of memories. This game I lose because I draw three field spell and two another card. This game I win because he gives up after I show like a couple of memories. Drew three of something here, and then these games are the same thing. It's just against Ubel. Ubel is not even a hard matchup. It's just genuinely they have everything on top of, like watching somebody combo for 20 minutes, and then I have a deck that I have a deck that is pretty good against it. The issue is that like there's so many the luck today is insane, and that's the main reason why I think I'm just gonna call it here. After complaining a little bit to blow off some steam, because basically every card in the second row is geared, except for the field spell, is geared for going second. So is three maxi. And in that regard, in that regard, we have a list that genuinely has over a fourth of it be for going second, and drawing five cards. The odds of me not seeing one of those cards is supposed to be so entirely slim that it shouldn't. It just shouldn't happen. So like there's what is it? It's a So here we go, probability calculator. So there's this nifty probability calculator that we have online for stuff. So if we have a deck size of 41 and we'll say we have we'll say just going second, right? We will put let's see, so we have we'll say 8, 11. So we'll say 11 like really like good cards into it. So we have like we want to see at least one of them. So the odds of seeing us only one of them is 40.23%, right? So out of those cards, we want to be able to like we want to be able to see it. We'll put 4. The odds of seeing anything from 1 to 4 of them is 80% chance. And then to see 0 in our hand at all, we have a 15% chance of doing that. So the thing is, we've hit that 15% chance at least 6 times today, out of I think not 6 times, 5 times out of 8 duels I think I played today. So I don't know if it's 8. I think I just made that number up. My bad. Let me double check that. Just so I have the odds right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. Yeah. So I played 9 games. And in 9 games, I have for sure over 5 of them, I hit that 20%. Which is just entirely unlucky, right? But even if we even if we take that fact, like we take a factor like that in the we take other factors into account, right? The odds of us seeing the odds of us seeing all 3 Ash and all 3 Pearlies should be a 0.0004% chance, and yet we saw that in a size of 8 cards. Yeah, 0.004% chance. It just shouldn't happen. Like realistically, like it is just, and that happened multiple times, right? And then seeing 2 of multiple like 3-0s like that is fine, but that's still seeing 2 2-0s in the opening hand like that is still a 0.5% chance of happening, and that happened 4 times. So do I think that it's like bad, like a bad randomizer right now? Absolutely. I think something is up with a randomizer personally, but it could also just be my luck today. It is, and for all I know, that's what it is. And do I want to fight bad luck? No, I do not. So I think at that juncture, at that mental, I'm gonna call it there. Now that I feel a little more justified, I'm gonna take a break, calm down, and yeah, I'll probably come back to Yu-Gi-Oh later. I don't think I'll stream, or like obviously, like I'll come back to like tomorrow. I think I'll stream tomorrow. I'm not entirely sure about like a schedule for what I'm doing. Actually, no, I will not be streaming tomorrow. I have a doctor's appointment tomorrow. I will not be streaming tomorrow. But I don't know about Tuesday. I could also stream Monday night. I don't know yet. I'm still kind of dipping my toes into the whole streaming thing. I have other decks that I could build. I do have plenty of stuff. If I create new, let's see. So like I don't have too much dust for stuff. Like I have a little under 300. Realistically though, I have a bunch of I do have cards I can dust, and I do have a good amount of cards. So we'll see. Like at the end of the day, most of the issue with the game was just the randomizer. So obviously we'll come back to it. But if you guys like what you see, I do not normally upload Master Duel content. Normally what I upload is Dueling Book content, or TCG or TCG content. I haven't uploaded any locals content recently because I haven't been able to go to locals, and the person I used to make the content with, he and I haven't really been talking too much. That's changed, so that might come back. We'll see. But normally what I do is I upload 5 Dueling Book videos every day. At noon, there's always a short for Edison format, and then it is followed by a current format TCG on Dueling Book. We have 4 matches every single day. Those will be up at 12:15, 12:30, 12:45, and 1 p.m. I do that every single day, 7 days a week. We haven't missed a day in over 2 years, or in over a year and a half, almost 2 years now. So, actually, I think it'll almost be my 2-year anniversary late September. So we'll see how that goes. Because how I started uploading only 1 video a day, and now I'm doing 4 videos, or 5 technically, because the shorts. So actually, yeah, that's actually what I'll do. So I'll go away. I'll calm down. I'll record just like some stuff for tomorrow's videos, and then yeah, we'll come back. Or I'll come back and I'll see how we feel. Yeah, if you guys like premium deck boxes and such, I will be doing a review this Friday. Or I'll have it up on Friday of the Deck Tech Lily deck box. I'll have that up on Friday. So look forward to that. But also in the top left corner, Gem Tech, the people who I got the deck box Lily, the Deck Tech Lily from, I have a code TeddyFurry10 for 10% off. It's basically free shipping on their order, and it is very much worth it if you play any type of TCGs. Their deck boxes are extremely premium and very. Some of my favorite deck boxes are from them. So I highly recommend them. They also partner with Armored Corgi, and I don't think they partner with anybody else, but they partner with Armored Corgi to have some of their Senpai line come back. So look forward to some stuff with them. Using my code will save you 10% off. Get you 10% off, basically free shipping. It also supports the channel. If you'd like to support the channel directly, you could also buy from my TCG Player store. I am slowly updating that as I get stuff. Or you can just simply do all that. You can also get a membership. A membership helps me directly, and it's basically like a Twitch subscription. So if you're down for that too, it'd be very good. I do plan on streaming some more. Kind of been dipping my toes in it. I don't know how often I'll be streaming, but we'll see how that goes. Definitely more than I used to before, and with all the stuff that I've made for setup, definitely think I'll be doing that. So yeah, sorry for the rambling. I don't really know how to end these things too well, but I will talk to you all later. God bless you, and peace. Rip Amelia Watson, she will be missed.